NBA for Friday, November 18th. This is our NBA totals segment, as usual, every day, or pretty much every day. I might miss a couple here and there, but for the most part, we're going every day. Also, don't forget we had our NCAA total segment. Both of these segments were profitable yesterday. Let's see if we can keep the ball rolling a little bit. And don't forget to check SBR because, the numbers are moving quite a bit. When people, like when LeBron decided not to play or they're going to hold him out, the game the other night, the line really dropped. So always take a look at the numbers, see where they're moving, and check out SBR because they have all the sports books there as well. If you haven't checked out SBR enough, I really recommend you do that because there's sportsbook sign-up bonuses at all the different sports books as well. We have a blacklist of sports books to to avoid pretty much, and I believe it is called the blacklist at the site. Not the TV show, which is awesome, by the way, but be sure to check into that as well. It's just got everything you need there all in one place at sportsbookreview.com. So be sure to check out the website. Again, some really good sportsbook bonuses you do want to take a look into for sure. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get to some NBA picks. First one up we got today is Phoenix and Indiana. Odds makers have it at 219. I'm going to go over the 219. Now, are the shots going to drop? That's what it comes down to because the pace is going to be there. Phoenix, they're averaging 108 points per game. They're giving up 116. That ranks last in the league, which is what we can expect from Phoenix. Indiana, 106 points per game. They're giving up 106, but they've been going really fast under Nate McMillan. Now, Phoenix are averaging 89.8 shot attempts per game. They're allowing 88.7. Indiana, they're getting up 88.9 and allowing 86.8. Phoenix ranks first in attempts. Indiana ranks second. So the pace is going to be there. They're going to go super fast. Are the shots going to drop? That's the issue. I think they are. Also, well, let me get to talk about that first. Okay, so Phoenix, they're shooting 44.5% from the field. That ranks in the middle of the league. Not bad. Indiana, they're allowing opponents to shoot just over 45%. That's not that great. That ranks in the bottom half of the NBA. Now, Indiana, they're shooting 46.3% from the field so far this season. Phoenix, they're just a bad team defensively across the board. Statistically, they allow too much and they give up too much. I expect Indiana to score a lot. I think Phoenix is going to be able to keep up with them. As well, Phoenix, we're talking about fast break points right here. Fast break points, they rank second in the league in fast break points per game. And Phoenix also ranks second to last in the league in fast break points allowed per game. So they love to get up and down. I think Indiana is going to be very happy they're facing Phoenix tonight. I think we're going to see I think we're going to see a game. Sorry about that. About 230. I think we're going to see a pretty high total. All right, next one up, we got Detroit and Cleveland. I'm going to go under the 205. Now, Andre Drummond, it looks like he's healthy. LeBron should be back. Detroit, they're putting up 98.6 points per game, allowing 96.9. That ranks fourth in the league defensively. Cleveland, they're putting up 109. That ranks third. They're going to score. They're going to go up tempo. And they're allowing 103.5. I think both these teams are going to step things up because they're coming off losses. And they both can. They both can play really good defense. Detroit's been playing fantastic defense this year overall. Detroit, they're getting up 86.8 attempts per game. That ranks 10th. They're allowing just 85.8. Not that much. Cleveland, they're getting up 87.7. That ranks 5th. And they're allowing 89. That's a lot. And that's something they're probably going to have to limit if they're going to be, if they're going to get back to the promised land. So I expect they're going to keep, they've been talking a lot lately about defense. If you're catching up with anything going on in the media, they're talking about more about ratcheting up their defense, and they're going to have to do it. I see this game a lot like how they played Charlotte the other night, where they won 100-93. Now, Steve Clifford, the head coach of Charlotte, he's a student of Stan Van Gundy. So there's going to be some similar schemes and similar pace, I think. I just expect, at the end of the day, I expect both defenses to step up in this matchup tonight, in which should be a pretty physical game, I think. I think it's going to be pretty tough and hard fought, so I'm going to stay under this 205. Okay, next one, we got Detroit and Denver. 216. I don't know what's going on with Toronto. They've been really different than last year. They went up and down with Golden State. I think that's going to change tonight as they travel to Denver. I'm going to go under the 216. Toronto, right now, they're allowing 103.7 points per game. That is not them at all. They were much better last year. Denver, they're allowing 107.8 points per game. That's not good either. Looking at their attempts, Toronto's getting up 85.7 per game, but they're only allowing 83.3. That ranks 8th. That's not a lot of attempts. They are controlling tempo, but sometimes they'll go up and down, like they did with Cleveland the other night, and like they did with Golden State. Heck of a two-game stretch for them, by the way. Denver, they're getting up 86.8. That ranks ninth in the league, and they're allowing 88.9. So the tempo, both teams seem to be playing fast. Um, right now, Toronto opponents they're allowing opponents to shoot 45% from the field. Look at their opponents' fast break points. Though, they're allowing just 10 per game, 10 fast break points. That ranks fourth in the league. So the tempo, their transition defense is really good. I just like after losing to Golden State, I really think they're going to be better at controlling the tempo tonight against Denver. They're going to have to. Denver's not bad. They're okay. They can be scrappy. Denver's been good in defending the perimeter. They're allowing opponents to shoot just 32.2% from distance. That ranks third in the league, and they rank 12th in opponent shooting efficiency. This will be up and down, but I don't think they're going to get there. 216 is a lot, and you need two, I think, really fast teams that are traditionally fast. Toronto's not, and I think it's going to be more grind out. I think Casey and Malone, the coaches, are going to play some defense, and I think they're going to emphasize that. And they might get up and down. I'll be surprised if Toronto gets up and down tonight and this goes over that 216. I'm going to have to really reassess my views on Toronto this season because they're mostly a defensive first team. So I'll be surprised if this one gets over. And the last one we got, so there's 3 plays. We got one more. We got the Clippers and the Sacramento Kings, 205.5. Now, Clippers just lost to Memphis. I think they bounced back. I'm going to go under the total in this matchup. The Clippers are averaging 108.7 points per game. That's pretty good. But they're allowing just about 97. That ranks 4th. Excuse me, 97. That's not right. Let me double check that statistic. Sorry. I was reading something wrong. Again, lots of statistics. I'm reading a lot of stuff, so you have to excuse me on that. They're allowing 93.8 points per game. That ranks first in the league, and I've said that before. That was just a small mistake. Sorry about that. Sacramento, they're averaging 100 points per game, allowing 104. Very surprised they have not played better defense for the Kings. Dave Yeager is a better coach than that. The Clippers, they're getting up 84.4 attempts per game. And they're allowing 82.5. That ranks 7th in the league. That's not bad. That's slow. And then Sacramento, they go really slow. They're getting up 81.4, which ranks 2nd to last in the league. Depends on how you look at it. And they're allowing 81.1. That ranks 6th. So their tempo has been slow all year. Now, as I turn the page, again, like the Detroit-Cleveland game, you got both teams coming off a loss. So I think they're going to step up things defensively. Now, the Clippers, against Memphis, they allowed Memphis to shoot 50% from the field at home. And almost 60% from distance. That's not Memphis at all. I don't know how that happened. I just think both sides are going to really, this is just, and they don't like each other at all. So I think this is going to be a really tough defensive battle. I think with, Yeager being at home, I think they're going to control some tempo. Clippers needing to bounce back from that loss where they just, I don't know if it was so much they played bad defense or Memphis was just hot. I think Memphis was just hot, and I think that was an anomaly. So I expect them to ratchet it up tonight. Okay, so there's our plays for today. Let's go ahead and let's recap. Sorry for a couple little mistakes in there. Again, we're smoothing it out as the season continues. We got Phoenix, Indiana over 219, Detroit, Cleveland under the 205, Toronto and Denver under the 216, the Los Angeles Clippers and the Sacramento Kings under 205.5. Again, check SBR for the odds, see where the numbers are moving. Always check the sports books there as well. Look for those bonuses and things of that nature. And I wish you luck on your picks today.